What's up? If this your first time seeing me, I'm lllucyd, lllucyd. Socials right here. Just the Instagram and other ones at the bottom. I went to DreamCon. Before we get into the video, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. I went to DreamCon. I went to Houston. I mean, of course, DreamCon's in Houston. Anyways, did some stuff in Houston. Did some stuff at DreamCon. Met Astro Dior. Yes, mister. Met the famous Astro Dior. Pretty cool guy. About Houston though, everything's bigger in Houston. Like bigger people, bigger store, mall big as fuck, places big as fuck. Did I say the people was big as fuck?
Booties massive.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. Pretty cool place. DreamCon was cool. We seen the dodgeball tournament. I'm gonna put some graphics or videos up for this. Seen the dodgeball tournament. One girl kept screaming, break the script, because of course Dream Gang made it all the way, or Dream Team, Dream Gang, who had Dylan, Ben, Swoozy, Lean, and Tony Stadavici on it, on their team. And of course they made it to the end, but lost to, if you didn't say it, they lost to the Worst Generation, I think it was the Worst Generation. I think they lost to them. Pretty fun though. Of course, seeing some of RDC. Didn't get to get any merch or any pictures with them, but it's all right. Still had fun there. But yeah, overall pretty cool. Goddamn, definitely will want to go back. So yeah, if I haven't put out any videos and you've been looking forward to some of my videos, that is why. A guy had to fly out there to DreamCon. So yeah, hopefully one day, I get big enough to where people want to take pictures with me one day. Sounds a little bit narcissistic, but hey, that's how you gotta be when you want to get good in this world. You want to be something in this world. But anyways, all that aside, now we're gonna talk about the video. So this is about Obsession, the movie. Great movie, chef's kiss. Watched it 3 times. Just watched it last night. Saw this video, was like, gotta react to it. I'm not gonna say 100. I've seen a lot of videos, talk about theories and reasons, Bear was doing stuff, why Nicki was doing, just theories on the movie, period. Today we're gonna be looking at a video by Brandon DTM. And the reason I wanted to watch his video and react to it, make a video, is because I know he's gonna make that shit funny as hell. And he gonna have some funny takes that I probably never thought of. But yeah, love the movie. Like I said, I don't watch it 3 times already. It's just a masterpiece, like a very simple masterpiece. The scares are it just makes you so uncomfortable, but I just can't stop watching. I just love it. So that's what we're gonna be looking at today. Let's go and get into it.
So the movie opens up and we see this dork practicing how he's gonna talk to his crush. This poor lady is an employee at this diner making like $5 an hour plus tips, and she gotta deal with this squeegee ass nigga. Nah, I would've quit. I don't get paid enough for this. And while he's talking to his friend, we learn that Bear's been plotting on this girl named Nicki for years. His ass hitting the Anthony Edwards special on her. His ass been pump faking forever, bro. You gotta pass the rock. Get someone who know what to do with that a real chance. Bear then gets home and he sees that his cat is dead. R.I.P.
Whoa, he's skipping a part. Hold on. He practiced doing all that, but he forgot Ian at the beginning of the movie. Oh, spoiler warnings throughout this whole video before. I should have said that at the beginning. Spoiler warnings. You should know. I mean, the movie's been out for a while and it's about to come to streaming platforms this weekend. I think July 17th. I'm not this weekend, but this week, July 17th on Peacock, I think. I don't know. Not a sponsor, just saying. Because I seen it, because I was looking for the movie and found it. But yeah, he's forgetting that Ian was trying to help him, coaching him. You're gonna see why I say coaching him if you ever see the movie. Coaching him on how to talk to Nicki, or did he say the girl name? Fuck. Anyways, coaching him on how to talk to the girl that he wants to talk to, or what to say. All I'm gonna say is, I already said it. Coaching him, yeah. Coaching him on what to say.
Some boots, man. He got a hold of the meds and got packed up. So now he's bawling his eyes out, which I completely get, Bendito, bro. His cat just died. That's probably the only thing of family he has left. I hear nothing about a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother, nothing, bro. All he got is his cat, and I was gone. Later on in the night, he's just doom scrolling on his phone, which what I thought would be like TikTok or some shit. No, he's doom scrolling through this girl's Instagram. Just pictures of her, one after another. Gang, this is fucking weird. weird. Then the girl that he's currently stalking just calls him out of nowhere, and he almost busts in his pants, bro. He gets up so damn quick, like the shit niggas would do for pussy gang. Oh my god. Now he's all happy and giddy all of a sudden, like his cat just didn't die hours before, because he gets a chance to talk to this girl. And as soon as she tells him that she's putting in her 2 weeks notice at their job because they work at the same place.
No. See, the thing that he's saying, I don't know how many times he's seen this, but I've seen this 3 times. He's skipping over a lot of parts that he trying to make, I guess it's for the content, but he making Bear seem, at least in the beginning of the video, like he'll do anything for Coochie. She said she put in her 2 weeks notice. Well, let me see. Hold
His
on.
mood instantly changes back to sad and depressed. But while on the phone, she drops her necklace down the drain. So Bear, being a thought.
Okay, yeah, he skipped the part. Yes, she said she put in her 2 week notice, but she said that after Bear was like, oh, I'm not gonna come out, because he was probably sad about the damn cat. So it wasn't just he'll do anything for Coochie. He said he's, scared. He didn't say it, he was sad about the cat, but he was sad about the cat. So he told her, no, I'm not going to, because she asked him to come out. He was like, no, I'm going to stay at the house. And then she was like, oh, well, then I probably should tell you something. He probably thinking like, oh, she gonna tell me she like me. Then she was like, nah. Well, she didn't say nah, but she was like, him thinking that. Then she was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice. Then he got sad. So I'm not rooting for Bear, but we got to get the facts straight.
Guy goes to get her a brand new one, but ends up getting this One Wish willow instead. I don't know why we just deviated from the necklace to get this fucking like.
You just got to watch the movie to see why he decided to get the One Wish willow instead of what he was supposed to get, which was the necklace. You just I don't know. You have to watch the movie, because the Ian player that Brandon is not talking about at all is playing a role in Bear's head too.
$7 toy, but I guess Bear's hanging out with everybody at this like.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing it so much, but hey, I watched this 3 times. I know what's going on in the movie, and I love this movie so much. I want you to really get, experience, at least through the video, if you not gonna watch it, or if you haven't watched it yet, or if you have watched it and you've seen it, you feel the same way. You got to get everything straight.
Bar thing. And this is where we get introduced to Nikki, and right off the bat, I completely understand you, Bear. Her personality is A1, and she's bad as fuck. Them big brown eyes would have had me going too. I can't even blame you, gang.
Them hoes, I mean, they brown, but them piercing black eyes, I was like, you'll see throughout the movie, them bitches, they don't always look pretty.
Christ, bro, shawty got a jawline that could cut vibranium. Oh my god, how does one gain a jawline like this? This gotta be genetics, right? Ain't no way she on the OZ. Please don't tell me she on the OZ. This will break my heart.
Oh, open, babe.
Never fucking mind, bro. Her
boy. Oh, when she did that, I was like, open, and she paying for it. I already know why Bear wants it. Oh.
Only ask her go on somewhere else. I'm good off that. We run a strict program over here at DTM headquarters. We don't play that friendly shit. That will get you packed up immediately. Cause my girl is not going to the bar and calling other niggas babe. Oh God, she not. So it was later on in the night and everybody ends up leaving. They're talking about going to this karaoke spot, but Nikki wants to go home. And Bear, being Captain Save-A-Ho, offers to take her home. But then his friend makes a little comment saying, make sure your girl gets home safe. And the first word out of Nikki's mouth is ew. Yo, hey, nah, okay, I ain't gonna lie, that's fucked up. That's so crazy. You gotta pack it up, bro. Shorty blocked the shot before you can even shoot. That's a tough one. Ill is absolutely diabolical. You couldn't have said anything else, Nikki. Come on, bro. But since she did utter the words ill when it came to the thought of you guys being together in any sort of romantic capacity, you might have to abort mission. You might gotta find somebody else, Bear. There's 8 billion people in the world. You telling me this one bitch is gonna have you stuck forever? Come on, bro. We gotta be better.
Now, him saying that this one girl will have you, he don't call her a B word and everything. Did he say the B word? I don't know. I think he did. He gonna say this B word. Now, I could wait to the end of the video for you to understand, or if you already understand and we can talk about the facts on why he's acting like this, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna try to hint at it. But like he said in the beginning, we have heard nothing about a mother, grandmother, which you probably would hear if you watched the movie. Mother, grandmother, because in the beginning of the movie, Bear does dialogue, but we haven't heard nothing about a mother, grandmother, dad, sister, brother, nothing. The only thing he had when he went in that house, was his cat. And that's gone. In the monologue in the beginning of the movie, he talks about Nikki being there. So you have to understand why this one girl he's doing all this about this one girl, or had that he's like this about this one girl.
You are either the gay bestie or the brother. Either way you put it, you are cooked. So Bear's driving her home and he tells her that he has a gift for her. And she says, ill again. Bear, this is twice. This is the second time she has said ill to you. Please pass the sticks, gang. It's time to let somebody else hop on the game. She's bobbing and weaving her affection like she's in the Matrix, bro. She does not fuck with you. They pull up to her house and Nikki's walking inside and he tries to ask her out, but he pussies out like a hoe. And then Nikki just straight up asks him if he has a crush on her, giving him a wide open shot, the most wide open shot I've ever seen in my entire life. This shit could basically be a free throw. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna go in, but she's giving him the opportunity to shoot the ball. But he decides to grab the ball and throw it into the goddamn stands because he says he thinks they are better off as friends, that they're good friends. And she looks upset. Oh my God, bro, this nigga actually folded. You could have had her. All you had to do was say yes. That's all you had to do. And shorty would have fucked with you. Oh God. This look right here looks like it's disappointment. It looks like she likes him and she was hoping that he would say yes so that they can get together. But since he said no, she's very upset. Oh God, bro, I hate Bear. Bear's such an idiot, bro. We're like 10 minutes in. 10 minutes into the actual movie. We might be like 2 minutes into my video and I already hate him. This dork would have hit a perfect on her ass, bro. He then takes the willow up.
Like he said, we don't know if it would have went in, but also I think throughout the movie, he was just trying not to be wrong, if that makes sense. Like he was not trying to be vulnerable because he was already, you know, in a bad place. Well, he was vulnerable with the other friend, the girl, because he told the girl about the cat, but he didn't tell Nikki about the cat. Anyways, but it's like he didn't want to be wrong. He didn't want to say the wrong thing. He didn't want to be like, you know, disappointed. A lot of times, I think that's what it was. He didn't want to be disappointed because if he would have said, you know, I like you, and then she said no, that's another goddamn thing he got to be sad about. And he obsessing over the girl, you know, then he might start switching up and not be friends with her ass. So not saying it was right, it's right to do that, but I think that's throughout the whole movie, that's what it was. He just didn't want to be disappointed. He didn't want to be wrong and stuff like that. Oh, and wishes for Nikki to love him more than anybody in the entire world. Then he turns to the side and old girl's standing outside looking like the Grim Reaper. Like, God damn, bro. She did not look like the Grim Reaper to me. I don't know why. She looked normal standing there. She had a little leg out or whatever. Where was it? Turn to the side and old girl. She had a little leg out. I could see if she was standing directly straight, it would have been fucking weird. But she was standing, you know, kind of normal. Standing outside looking like the Grim Reaper. They just the movie, you know, I'm gonna talk a little, I ain't no movie head, but I know good art when I see it. But you know, they made sure to put her in the dark, give her the silhouette, just have a silhouette of her body to, you know, make it seem more ominous. Damn, bro, this shit's scary as hell. She starts squeaking out, just completely confusing me, and she gets back into the car talking about, let's go to your place. And when he tells her no, she starts crying. She starts talking about how her dad has cancer, yada yada yada, and they end up at his spot. Now it's time for bed, and Nikki asks for Bear to sleep with her, and now it's starting to kick in. That goddamn $7 Willow actually works because shorty got the milkers out for my dog. Okay, I see you, twin. Oh shit. They start making out, and holy jump scare, because Nikki just starts freaking out and scares the shit out of all of us. Yes, all of us, me and you. And I didn't even get to the worst part yet. This man Bear is about to go to sleep in jeans, denim jeans, bro. This is sickening. You ever want to have the most uncomfortable sleep of your life? Go to bed in some jeans and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So Nikki's knocked out and Bear goes to research the Willow online and sees a thread of people going back and forth saying that the wish works, the wish doesn't work. He doesn't know, but boy, are we about to find out, because that shit gonna work like crack in the 80s, bro. Just you watch. Bear then wakes up in the morning and notices that Nikki is not in bed. She ended up making him some breakfast, which is a W. Hey, shout out Nikki, bro. Oh yeah, and she also makes a memorial for his dead cat. Oh hell no, what the fuck is this? There's flies all around the cat, and bro, this is just awful. Why would somebody do this? And the crazy thing is that Nikki genuinely thinks that she was doing something nice for him. Does the wish automatically make her fucking retarded now or some shit? Like, what the hell? Why would this make him happy? Didn't make no sense. Whatever, bro. They get to yeah. Also, just a little side note. I mean, yeah, it got flies around it, but Bear cleaned the damn cat up, put it in the trash or something like that, in the trash bag, and was outside. So it's even more, just to make it even more crazy, she went and got it from outside or wherever it was, like in a trash can somewhere, took it out and made a memorial for the shit. So just to give you a perspective, like how intense that One Wish Willow like really like snapped her. Goddamn.
Work, and Bear chops it up with his boy, and the entire time Nikki is staring a hole through the back of this man's head. You see this blur right here? Yeah, that's her face. She hasn't moved a goddamn muscle. Oh my god, bro. I hate this scary movie shit, bro. So they finish the work shift and Nikki gets
one thing also I want to say, if you watch the movie, she has the most expressive face throughout this movie. I swear to God, I've never seen muscles on a person's face move the way they do on her. She looks different right here, like super different than the rest of the movie. I'm like, how the fuck?
Staring a hole through the back of this man's head. You see this blur right here? Yeah, that's her face. She hasn't moved a goddamn muscle. Oh my god, bro. I hate this scary movie shit, bro. So they finish the work shift and Nikki gets a ride home from young Christopher Nolan over here. I don't know, I forgot his name, so I'm gonna call him Chris moving forward. Bear's on the phone.
It's Ian, not no goddamn Chris, but hopefully you know that Chris is Ian.
Chopping it up, and she just appears in a red dress. And I want you guys to just take a look at how terrifying this is. Oh my god, Bear. Run for the goddamn hills. Now Nikki confesses her love for Bear.
Now, when I seen this, I wasn't scared. This part, because I'm like, well, if you see the movie, you'll notice why it should be scary, because something else, the way that she got there, they're not going to show that, but you'll have to see it. It's a hidden gem. But I don't know, I don't know, the little sparkle in her eyes half the time, which it was getting me. Me and my friends who watched, they was like, yeah, nigga, you would have got. I was like, maybe I would have got. Sadly, I don't know, the red dress and all that. They were trying to make her look menacing, but in my head, I was interpreting it as you know, as different times of the movie's going on. As I seen the movie a few times, I was like, oh, this is them portraying the other side, or the love Nikki. If you get what I'm saying. If you watch the movie, it's called, I would say, the freaky Nikki, because of something Bear said in the beginning of the movie. Just portraying this is not Nikki, if that makes sense. When her face is dark, and then when her face is light, well, that doesn't make sense. But anyways, this right here is showing like this is not good. You know, it's supposed to be menacing or whatever.
And Bear does the exact same shit back. So what happens next? Oh, nothing. Just a montage of them falling in love immediately. This movie takes place over the span of a week. God damn, shorty's sprinting through this relationship. Holy fuck. It's crazy because there's actually girls like this. There's some girls that want to experience like 10 years worth of a relationship in 5 days. If you ever encounter one of those girls, run away. Do not stay with them. I don't care how bad they are. Dumb hoes will ruin your life. We then get to the famous dinner date scene, and oh brother, I'm not ready for this shit. So they're at dinner chopping it up, having a good time, when Bear gets a call from Ian, the Christopher Nolan lookalike, and he tells Bear that Nikki's dad is perfectly healthy. He does not have cancer at all, that she lied about the situation. And why is that important? Because that was the main reason why Bear allowed her to come over. And during this conversation, she just stands up creepy as hell, like if she can hear the whole thing, like if she got extreme hearing. And as the phone call goes on, Bear realizes that the wish actually works, and it works good. Now he gets back to the table and he asks Nikki about her dad's cancer, and she starts freaking out, causing a scene in front of everybody. He ends up getting her to relax, and they go home and they have very weird and uncomfortable adult wrestling. Oh, that's what I'm gonna call it. In my opinion, a crime just took place, but whatever, bro. We won't skim past that. Fast forward a little bit and it's 3:30 in the morning, and Bear wakes up to find old girl in the corner of the room, just standing there menacingly, and she's watching this nigga sleep. Oh my god, I really should have waited to the morning to do this video, bro. I'm watching and scripting this movie at 4 in the morning, something like that, and I'm genuinely terrified. I will pick this up in the morning. All right, morning time, I'm back, yo. All right, where were we? So Nikki's crying in the corner, talking about some Bear doesn't love her the same way that she loves him, which is correct. Yo ass is bugging the hell out. Then she does this for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Shawty moving side to side.
First of all, he missed a part in there. Yeah, she moving side to side on this part, but she did something earlier. She moved side to, like, she was moving in the corner kind of weird too. So he kind of, he didn't put that part in, but I guess this was the most scary part throughout the, you know, this scene. The whole scene was pretty crazy. Also, when she was crying in the corner, nigga, her face aged like, it felt like it aged like fucking 20 years, 25 years. Cause like I said, she got the most expressive face, but maybe they put an effect on it. I don't know. It had my eyes watering, boy, just looking like how crazy it looked like, man. When I tell you, it was this movie, the way they just, you know, all movies do it a lot, but the way they put, like, they use darkness, the way they use darkness was just beautiful.
Does this for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Shawty moving side to side with no effort, bro. Get her on the Bulls now. She do more than Patrick.
Fun fact about this scene, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga here? Fun fact about this scene where my dog was barking, be scaring. I'm kind of scared right now. Dog barking, you know, they be saying like the animals be seeing shit we don't see or sense shit we don't sense. So I don't know, but it's probably some fucking squirrel or something, or a cat or something outside. Anyways, fun fact about the scene with her dancing. Oh shit, I don't know if you see her face right there. I can barely see her fucking face, but her face aged like fucking.
Bear doesn't love her the same way that she loves him, which is correct. Yo ass is bugging the hell out. Then she does this.
But right here, fun fact about this scene, that's not Nikki. That's not even the actor who's playing Nikki. That is a dancer. They asked that dancer to, you know, move a little creepy, which is kind of cool. You know, I would think a regular person would be able to do that, but you kind of do have to have that type of footwork to do that shit. So it was kind of cool to hear that they hired a dancer to do, you know, creepy stuff. I mean, or for a scary movie.
Whatever reason, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Shawty moving side to side with no effort, bro. Get her on the Bulls now. She do more than Patrick Williams, bro. I guarantee you that. We paid that man $90 million to average less than 10 points a game. What were we doing? Oh my God. She then lays down and my son Bear is trying to go take a shit and she's not going for that at all. She's screaming so loud at him that now there is shit in the bed. It's the next morning and it turns out this bitch cut his hair for whatever reason. But okay, whatever. You know, she cut your hair in your sleep. Fine. You low-key needed a haircut anyways. But when he goes to leave for work, the door is duct taped shut. How?
At this part right here, first of all, how did he not wake up from hearing fucking, you know, fucking tape getting just fucking ripped off? Anyways, this scene right here was scarier than it was supposed to be because of the music. Like, they really use music intensely, like deliberately, because like when it pans to, it's like, bah, you know, like just making you fucking scared. It wasn't even supposed to be that scary, but I guess in the sense it's supposed to be scary, but it only scared me because of the fucking music.
In the world do you even do this? You know how much duct tape you need to achieve this? Then her crazy ass want to talk about if you're having so much trouble with opening the door, maybe you should stay home. Yeah, no thank you. I'll yank this door off the hinges. I don't care. I'm leaving. And when Bear does leave to go to work, Nikki just pisses in her shorts. For why? I have zero clue. Does the wish make her not potty trained anymore or something? Like, did I miss something in?
That's what we was trying to figure out, because me and my friends was like, stuff you would do if you were obsessed with somebody. Like, yeah, because it's a part at the end of the movie where I kind of don't want to spoil it until he gets to the part, but it just doesn't make sense, some of the stuff she does. But I guess the one wish Willow, it's not like supposed to be a good wish. They trying to figure out, like, a lot of theories is like, is it a curse or something like that? Is it, you know, are you supposed to make good stipulations with it, you know, good rules or something like that? But basically, because even the real Nikki wouldn't just sit there and pee. Like, we don't know how her love would portray if she was like overly in love with somebody. We were trying to figure out like how he's saying, like, does it just make her retarded? Like, you would still go pee, you would still, maybe you would go to work or something like that if you just obsessed with somebody. Maybe not. You know, would you do this? Would you just have you done this? Just stalk somebody or just stayed in the house while somebody and did nothing until somebody got back? Well, I can say when I was upset, not at somebody, but upset about something that happened, you know, get depressed. Like, I'll give an insight. I was fucking depressed as hell about my car. It was in the shop for too long and I thought I was gonna get it. And then it took another 2 weeks, so like, or another week, maybe 2 weeks, just to be dramatic, 2 weeks. And it took another 2 weeks for them to keep fixing on it after they said they might, you know, be able to give me the car. So in those 2 weeks, I was just going to work and coming home, probably not even playing the game, niggas just going to sleep and all that shit, like dead ass, barely eating. Cause I'm like, bro, I want my car. Like, I'm tired of, you know, Ubering or whatever the fuck I was doing and shit like that. I was just tired. I'm like, bro, I got the money for the fucking vehicle. Give me my vehicle. And it already had took about like fucking like 4-5 months almost to get the car, for them to even say they about to give me the car back. So yeah, so maybe I guess in a sense, if we were that upset, but she wasn't upset. You seen she was smiling, but she wasn't smiling because of joy. You'll see why she was standing there or start peeing on herself, but maybe I have to play it and then explain some more.
The instructions or whatever, it makes all the people possessed by the wish like fucking stupid or something, because there should be zero reason why she looks like Chet Holmgren when he's guarding Wemby, straight piss running down his leg and shit. So Bear's at work now and he opens his lunch from Nikki and sees a Polaroid with the words "not me" on it. Very, very weird, but okay, stranger things have happened. But let me up it on y'all real quick, because something weirder even happens. This bitch made him a dead cat sandwich. Oh my god. And he ate the shit too. He took a bite out of it, a pretty big bite. You know what he did to you last night, didn't he? You know, Nikki, okay, cool, I'm gonna let it slide. Bear then gets off his shift and he calls the customer support for the Wish Willow and finds out that he's pretty much screwed. The only way to stop the wish from working is if Bear dies, because the nature of the wish is completely tied to him existing. I don't know why the hell he wished for a fucking love potion on steroids, but hey, now you gotta walk in on her being covered in piss and shit, I think. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know what the hell this is, but I really hope it's not shit.
One thing he did not explain in that, I mean, maybe I'm spoiling too much because it'll give you more like, oh, he didn't say this, and then, you know, you like, oh, this part happened. But anyways, you're watching the video with me, so hopefully you enjoy me explaining some of this stuff. But one thing he did not say when he you know, made the call about the service for the One Wish Willow, he heard Nikki, the real Nikki, because he was like, do you want to talk to her? Like, because he was trying to get her love, like, is her love real for me? He was saying something like that. And then he was like, yeah, something wrong with Nikki or something like that. Like, where is she? And then he was like, do you want to talk to her? The dude on the phone. And then all you can hear is straight screaming. Like, I don't know. I haven't heard a theory on like what was going on in the phone. But like, I'm like, is she in her own head screaming? Is she like in purgatory, or is she in like hell and on fire? Like I you know, that's my theories. I'm trying to like, why was she screaming so much? But yeah, that's just one part he did not say in there. Oh yeah, so she came back, you know, pooping all that on her body.
Walking on her being covered.
She stayed there all 8 hours or however long when she was here. When at the beginning, like when you seen she peed on herself, she stayed right there the whole time, throwing up, peeing, pooping on herself. But I'm saying, when I told you I was just going to work, like when I was sad about my car, I was just going to work, coming home, sleeping, eating, or barely eating and stuff like that. But you know, over time, I started to get over it a little bit until I got my car and was completely, you know, happier. That I finally got my car. So, but I'm saying, like, the way he made the wish, you know, being in love with him more than anybody in the world, would it really make you do that? Like, it'll probably make you sad when they leave, but to stay there and pee and poop on yourself, that's how you know it's more than just love. It's obsession. And I don't know, it's even worse than that, because she's not acting like the regular Nikki, but with just a little bit of obsession. I don't know, because we don't know how she would display that. How the real Nikki would.
And piss and shit, I think.
Maybe, and also I might be giving stuff away saying the real Nikki, but you know, fuck it.
I don't know what the hell this is, but I really hope it's not shit. So Bear sends her to go take a shower and tells her about the dead cat sandwich shit, which she really doesn't care about. She's not listening to anything this man says. Ian invited him to a boys' night thing and the shower cuts off so fast, but she ends up actually being okay with it until he tries to invite her after the fact and she starts wilding. Nikki ends up coming to the function anyways and they're playing drunk Jenga, and it ends up being Nikki's turn. And instead of doing what it says on her block, she tells this twisted ass version of Hans.
He skipped some stuff. He's skipping a lot. Yeah, she told, I mean, I guess he's trying to make it, you know, he's trying to speed it up. Anyways, something happened with no, did it happen yet? No.
So in Gretel basically threatening Bear that if he leaves, she will kill him. Literally has nothing to do with her block at all, but okay, whatever. It's Bear's turn now, and the block that he picks says to kiss the person to your left. And Nikki ain't going for it at all. How she can even do this with her face is genuinely crazy.
That's what I said, bro. Like, she has, I've never seen an actor with a more expressive face. Like, she damn near got a built-in, the mask. She damn near got the mask built into her face. The green mask with Jim Carrey, she got that shit built into her face. Like, if you watch the movie, the way she uses her face, even when it's just like regular her, like the way she smiles, the way she laughs, the way she acts upset or sad, like, just face is overly expressive.
He dead looked like that one emoji. She ends up taking the place of old girl and kisses Bear and then screams at everybody talking about how much she loves Bear, just completely ruining the vibe. Then normal Nikki takes control of her body saying that it's not her, and she tries to off herself. Damn, she rather take herself out the lobby than be controlled by this spell. Holy hell, bro, I feel so bad. Yeah, this nigga Bear going to hell. On God.
And a lot of stuff in this movie was making me almost cry because or just tear up. Because like if you see right here, he knows, like dude said before, he kind of knows what's going on with the one witch Willow because he made the call. Like now he knows he did something wrong. And right here, like everybody in the background is screaming like, Bear, get her, Bear. And he just sitting there just like I don't even know what you would call this. Like it's not sorrow or disbelief. It's just like, it's almost like a husband and a wife at a basketball game for their child, and the mom just screaming like, yeah, that's my baby. And the dad is just like, why is she screaming? I just gotta let her scream. This is my wife. Like kind of like that. Like I just know she's thrown off. And there's people around, and you know she's embarrassing her. Maybe the wife is goddamn, y'all shut up. Y'all don't talk about my baby. I'ma yell for my baby. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's how his mood was right here, and it's just so sad because it's not even like, it's not on that type of level. It's over that. Like she's just out of her mind because he knows, like he knows that's, you know, he just saw the real Nikki. He knows the real Nikki is in there. And in the next scene that's gonna come up that hopefully he talks about, this one almost made me cry, but let's get to it.
Yes, bro, this shit is crazy. They're back home now, and Bear tells her to just go home for one night.
The next two scenes.
He just needs one night alone from her, and she starts bawling her eyes out. He keeps telling her to just be Nikki, to be normal, but she literally can't. She has to be this raging love bombing version of Nikki you created. This is your fault, gang. How the hell are you mad at her for what you did to her? That makes zero sense. You made your bed, Pop. You gotta sleep in that shit. It's late at night now, and Bear gets out of.
And before he gets to this part, that another part almost is just crazy. That part right there is just like, I can't, like she was saying like, I could be anything in the world that you want me to be, but I can't be Nikki and stuff like that. And then, you know, obviously at a certain point she was like, I'll try to be Nikki. But then also she did some other crazy shit. She started talking about like, if you leave, I will off myself. So, but the way she said it was just so poetic. And the way they wrote some of the scripts in the movie was just beautiful. Like the way she talked about how it would feel if she goes to the afterlife, like the process of her going to the afterlife, it was just amazing the way they said it. Like you'll just have to listen to it. Like I could tell you exactly what you said, but I'll give you a little bit of, you know, reason to go watch the movie. But the way she said it was just so beautiful. But also just having me tear up is just her like crying, I can't be Nikki. Like imagine the devil likes somebody and crying, and because the person is like asking the devil, why can't you just be good? And the devil is crying saying, I can't be good. I can't, you know, I can't be God or whatever the hell, is something like that. Just imagine that. Like that shit is sad. That is so sad. Or like a girlfriend, you know, being like, which in her aspect was like, why can't you just be like another girl? But it's different because she technically is that girl, but technically not. Like, it was just so fucking sad.
Bed. And here's Nikki calling his name, and she tells him to take her out, that Nikki is sleeping. Talking about the other crazy bitch. And she's begging Bear to put her out of her misery. And you wanna know how his ass responds? He says, and I quote, "What's so bad about being with me? Are you dead ass? Nigga, you're making this about you?"
That Joe Buddy reaction is that's the real reaction right there. That kind of had me.
Being with me. Are
that's the right
you
reaction.
Dead
Like
ass?
This is the right
Nigga,
reaction.
you're making this about you? She is the victim, not you. Oh my god, bro. This man is actually evil as hell. Bear goes outside to talk to Sarah about what's going on with old girl, and she drops a bomb on us. She tells us that before the wish happened, Nikki and Ian were going crazy together, if you know what I mean.
Okay, Brandon just said his name, Ian. I'm gonna let him explain. I'm gonna let him go through it a little bit more, but we're gonna talk about Ian and Sarah.
2 years, bro, on and off. They was going crazy, knocking the ankles loose. Damn, bro, I don't even know how I'd feel in this situation. Really, bro. Ian, you are a L-mans, bro. You did Bear the same way Harry Osborn did Peter. Yo ass was fucking MJ behind his back, and he had to find out like this.
Why you call your homie? Why
And I've always said this about these little friend groups, bro. They be hunching on each other. On God, they do. No.
Oh God, man. In high school, I didn't know that shit was going on because I wasn't doing none of it. But I just knew a friend group of people that I was around sometimes. And they all seemed too friendly a lot of the times, but I was just like, I guess these are how these people are. Come to find out, one of my friends who was kind of like had intel on the friend group. Not saying he was trying to spy, but like, you know, he was kind of in it, but not really, because he was friends with me also. Not saying I wasn't friends with them. Anyways, all just explaining. Fuck all that explaining. He used to be telling me about like, you know, the stuff that was going on, why you'll fuck around, see somebody crying here. Like then it started getting too big and stuff like that. Too much commotion started going on, and I started to see it for myself, like people crying, fighting, and all that, and started realizing, oh, all these niggas hunching. All these, it was a high school thing, but all these people hunching. So nah, that shit do be true.
Friend group ever in existence that has male and female people in it is strictly platonic. I swear to God, it's not. I'll put any amount of bread on it. You show me a friend group and I'll show you two people that fucked in there. But y'all not ready for that conversation, so let's continue with the movie. Then Sarah tells him that she likes Bear, that she thinks that they'd be good together. And then out of
okay, yeah, so some bad stuff happened throughout the movie. Let's just go. Can I fucking see Sarah? God damn, Sarah here. Now, me and my friends were having a discussion after we watched the movie and stuff like that, because I like to analyze this movie or analyze some movies, depending on how thought-provoking they are. They were saying that Sarah was throwing hints the whole movie. Me, I didn't see no goddamn hints thrown until like maybe it was like the middle of the movie where you saw the cat thing, where he ate a piece of the cat, that Brandon explained. But they were the only part right there when she ate the cat and stuff. Well, Bear ate the cat, a little bit of the cat. You know, Sarah had a sad moment happen and stuff like that, and she came by Bear. She got by Bear and leaned on him, you know, out of sadness and stuff like that. And there was another time that I think I said earlier, Cat's Bear died and she gave him a hug, a long hug, I guess. But to me, a lot of the stuff was trauma bonding. So I'm thinking like they're friends. She's just there for him. He's there for her. They're all friends, in my opinion. I guess because the people I'd be around, they would do that. Like mom, sister, cousin, grandma, like, and maybe even friends. I would think, you know, because I don't know. I'm just used to that. But obviously they're friends. They're not family. So I guess it would be a little bit different. Some girls are just affectionate like that. So if you tell a girl like, oh, my cat died, and y'all good friends, she can be like, oh my God, are you okay? And might give you a hug. You know, depending on how affectionate and how long y'all been friends. In my head, I'm not thinking, oh, she trying to clap. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, and the sad news and stuff like that, she leaned on him and, you know, it was like, oh, blah, 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 when they was talking about it or whatever. I'm like, oh, you know, she just sad and everything trauma bonded again. But there was another part when Bear was trying to leave, like he said, and not trying to leave. Bear left. Nikki was like, can you offer me, please? You know, send me on my way. And he was talking about, you know, what's so bad about being with me. Before he got up to leave, the reason that he's here is because she texted him. And she was like, you know, please come out here. I need to tell you something. So then I'm like, oh, now like, oh, she might like him for real. But also she might be giving him intel on Nikki. And she was like, he was trying to stay in the bed with Nikki. Bear was trying to stay in the bed with Nikki because she was acting fucking crazy the night before. Like, you know, when she was in the red saying, I can't be Nikki. She was acting crazy the night before, and maybe he just was like, I might fuck around and get killed if I still come out there. And he was telling the girl, Sarah, to just text me. And then she was like, if you don't come, I'm coming over. And I was like, oh, that's somebody that like you. If somebody say like that, like, if you don't come over here, I'm coming over there. Because most people would just be like, all right, you know, like Nikki at the beginning of the movie, like she said, like, oh, I was trying to see you tonight, but like, all right, I guess I'll just tell you whatever it is now. But Sarah was like, no, I'm coming over if you ain't coming out, you know, putting her foot down. Like, I really like, I don't know if she said kind of like that, but anyways, you know, in my head was like, oh, now I see she likes you. Nikki, I thought like Bear more than Sarah, because at the beginning of the movie, I saw like a smile at him. You know, she making a little jokes, but that's a more friendly thing. Also, when they was in the car riding to her house, when he was dropping her off in the beginning of the movie, before this nigga snapped the willow and made the wish, they were talking in the car, and she was like, oh, you're the only person I can talk to about this certain stuff, because they was talking about like her being a writer or whatever the fuck. you know, the only person I could talk to about this certain stuff and all that. So that's when I was like, oh, she like him. And also when they was at the car, and she was like, if you like me, tell me now, and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, Nikki's the go. We on Sarah, but you know, all bear chickens out, so bump that. But I'm not thinking Sarah likes him just by the way she acting. She's not giving hints for real. Even though in the car, Nikki says like, oh, she made it so obvious that she likes you and stuff like that. And then, you know, Bear was like, oh, I just see her as a friend. And Nikki is like, yeah, she was obvious, but nobody would know if I liked the guy and stuff. And then she gets out of the car, just leave it at that. But in my opinion, nigga, it seems like you like Bear. Me. But her and Ian was doing whatever before. So I guess Sarah was throwing better hints, because I did see Sarah, like watching the movie the third time, she touching his arm, she giving him longer hugs, I guess. She, you know, and to me, it just didn't seem like it.
Which happened. Nikki and Ian were going crazy together, if you know what I mean, for 2.
But y'all let me know if Sarah looked like she liked Bear more than Nikki did at the beginning, or if it looked like Sarah liked Bear at all in the beginning of the movie, like before she told him. Y'all tell me, because I didn't see it. Truly, I didn't see it at first until the text.
Years, bro, on and off, they was going crazy, knocking the ankles loose. Damn, bro, I don't even know how I'd feel in this situation. Really, bro. Ian, you are a...
Oh, now let's talk about Ian. I almost forgot that. Ian is a scumbag. I swear to God. Them knocking boots for 2 years. What I was trying to say at the beginning of the movie, because I didn't want to spoil it, Ian was telling him to say stupid shit. Okay, so it was a part where he was just saying, like, oh, call her this name, and she'll really like it. She'll like you or whatever. She'll, you know, and then you got to go. And also he was like, don't ask her out when we go to the party or to the bar. Like I'll see them at the bar at that one time when you finally get to see Nikki. He was like, don't ask her then. Ask her any other time. You got time. Just don't ask her then. And stuff like that. I'm like, you a hoe. And when they get to the bar, Bear's trying to tell Ian, like when Sarah and the whole friend group is at the bar, Bear's trying to tell Ian to take Sarah somewhere so he can talk to Nikki. And then that doesn't happen. So Nikki and Bear go to the bar, to the actual bar and stuff like that, because Nikki want to get shots or some shit. And then Bear started trying to talk to her and try to say and confess his feelings, but doesn't. And then the whole movie, because people kept interrupting him, including Ian, comes and interrupt Bear from trying to, you know, confess his feelings to Nikki. So yeah, and throughout the movie, Ian is just like, don't bring Nikki, or like, bro, you can do something better, or like, he didn't seem like a genuine friend. And you'll see at the end, like when we get towards the end, why he definitely wasn't a good friend. I knew it from the beginning when he was telling him, say certain stuff to Nikki and don't act so affectionate towards Nikki. Don't, because the waiter at the beginning, the waiter right here, I ain't gonna lie, this waiter bad. I might hit the one wish willow, ugly eye. But the waiter, she was like, oh, just give him just, you know, buy Nikki her favorite things, buy her favorite snack, buy her some flowers. And fucking Ian is like, nah, don't do that. You need to be, you know, you need to call her this name, and, you know, don't act too nice or whatever, basically. And then when the waiter kept trying to give fucking Bear advice, Ian was like, thank you. Like, you can get the fuck out of here now, basically. But he didn't say that. He was like, you want me to go? He's like, that, thank you. Like, for your advice. But yeah, throughout the movie, I just feel like Ian was just a fucking scumbag from the straight beginning. Cause I ain't gonna say I know how to riz women, but like, being nicer is probably the better go, rather than trying to play the Bear game where you're like, don't confess your feelings and stuff like that. Play and try to see if they'll confess theirs first. No, it would be better to confess your feelings, to get it out the way, you know, put the ball in their court, and then you can move on with your life and stuff like that, or move on to another girl if they don't like you. And sometimes the girl will come back, you know, double back and be like, actually, I do like you now that I see you with another girl, and stuff like that, which is probably not good, but I'm just saying it worked better in that way if you would just confess your feelings, if they're really that strong. But let me know what y'all think. What do you think? Ian was, if you watch the movie, did you think Ian was acting right? Or like, did it feel like Ian was a good friend at first, or like, you know, a friend? Tell me, cause I kind of already knew this nigga was a scum. But anyway, let's get back to the to our part. Like I said, shawty bad.
And then out of nowhere, she proceeds to get slimed out in the worst way possible. This crazy hoe Nikki done smashed her face into a brick over and over, completely turning her face into ground beef. Now, the reason this shit happened with the swiftness is because Bear wished for Nikki to love him more than anyone in the entire world. Well, Sarah, in my opinion, in this moment, became the one person that loved Bear more than Nikki. So the wish kicked in like some pre-workout and murked her, making Nikki the one person in the world that loves Bear the most.
I didn't think of that. I did not. I mean, of course, I thought it was just a jealous thing, but the wish kicked in because a lot of my friends, they were saying like, how the heck? Because Sarah asked Bear to come out to a park, which is why you see them in the car and stuff like that. So they was all like, how the hell did they find? Did Nikki find them at the park? Like, how the hell did she run? She ran all the way to the park. We don't know how far the park is, but still, she ain't have a car. You seen her on feet. Goddamn, when she came up to the car. We don't know if she drove. So that's an interesting take that the wish kicked in. Like, as soon as she confessed her love and she loved, we don't know if she loved her more than fucking Nikki. But she probably loved her more than the real Nikki. But when that happened, a bit jumped up and was already on the way. So shit, she might have teleported there the way that wish worked. We don't know. But yeah, that's an interesting take.
I cook or am I super wrong? Let me know in the comments down below. I personally think I cooked. I think I'm with Gordon Ramsay on this shit. You feel me? Now, completely terrified, Bear goes to the shop to buy all the willows to reverse his wish. He can't do that. You only get one wish per person. He needs somebody else to make a wish that cancels.
Also, yeah, they're about to explain the wish, but before we even get to the wishes, the people of this one wish willow, like all the people who have to service him for the one wish willow, like the dude on the phone, the first girl you see that he buys the one wish willow from, everybody acts so nonchalant about this goddamn, like, this is the funniest part. They act so goddamn nonchalant about all this this one wish willow shit. When you see the movie, you can be like, why these niggas acting like this nigga ain't coming in here with blood on his damn body? Like the dude, when you see him and stuff like that, how many times this done happened? Why y'all so nonchalant about this? Like, it's actually hilarious how nonchalant these people are about this goddamn one wish willow and seeing Bear and him talking to Bear. It is actually hilarious.
Out his own. So he pulls up on his shitty ass friend Ian and he needs somebody else to make a wish that cancels out his own. So he pulls up on his shitty ass friend Ian and he explains to him the entire situation. But Ian is too stupid to comprehend what's going on, what's being explained to him right now. And
I don't even think he was stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he was stupid. I just think he was just an ass.
Instead of listening to Bear wishing to undo his wish, thinking this is not gonna work, he wishes for $1 billion. Now it's raining money. This shit looks like Magic City. James Harden that came up in this bitch and started going crazy. And now it's genuinely cooked, bro. It's so over, bro. There's not a chance in hell anyone survives this. Because the one chance they had to undo his wish is now gone. Bear comes back home and Nikki is wilding the hell out.
I hope y'all seen that. Just to give y'all a hint of some of the stuff she was doing.
Bear comes back home and
for anybody who watched this video, and this scene, actually all scenes, look at the first third or right third of the screen at all times. Look at like this part of the screen, like anywhere in this part, anytime it's just like almost static or panning or something like that. If it's static or panning, I feel like you should look at this part of the like this and on this part of the screen, because you'll see something over here almost all the time. Like, just, I'm telling you, beautiful. Like, just to give you hints, since you this far in the movie.
But Nikki is wilding the hell out again, bro. I don't even want to show y'all what she did to Sarah. She did her ass crazy. And she's back to scaring the shit out of me and Bear, bro. I'm genuinely scared of what's gonna happen right now. Ian ends up coming into the house trying to save the day, and he gets packed up, which thank God, bro. You deserve that shit. You was an L friend the entire movie, bro. Rest in piss, bozo. Now Bear gets her to calm down after committing murder, and he goes into the bathroom just to get some separation, and she's banging banging on this door, bro. She's about to break this shit down. She randomly just stops doing it. I guess the other Nikki gained control.
Yeah, I don't think the other Nikki gained control. But before Buddy got packed up, actually when he got packed up, this whole scene of her like screaming
he gets
and packing this nigga up was the fucking funniest part of the movie because of the stuff she was yelling in Bear's face.
I'm genuinely scared of what's gonna happen right now. Ian ends up.
She was yelling in Bear's face right here, and stuff, and like saying crazy ass shit. And the way they had the music, like to me, it was very funny. It wasn't even scary. It was just funny as hell. And then all of a sudden, it just panned and this nigga getting
Elfriendian.
To Buddy had getting packed the fuck up. Like that scene, him getting shot, it wasn't like no negotiation. It wasn't nothing. It was straight Call of Duty headshot. I swear to God, this shit was hilarious.
Bro, you deserve that shit. You was an L-friend the entire movie, bro. Rest in peace, bozo. Now Bear gets her to calm down after committing murder, and he goes into the bathroom just to get some separation, and she's banging on this door, bro. She's about to break this shit down. She randomly just stops doing it. I guess the other Nikki gained control or something. I don't know. So now Bear's in the bathroom trying to muster up the courage to take himself out the lobby, but he can't pull the trigger. So he goes the Juice WRLD route and chugs a bunch of pills down like some Skittles, the same way his cat did. But then he hears the jingle from the Wish and the willow snap, and he comes outside thinking everything's okay, and suddenly he isn't scared anymore. He
one thing I will say, well, I don't know if he's gonna
goes to kiss her and ends up dying in Nikki's arms.
Okay, so when he's dying in Nikki's arms, right here,
the courage to take himself out the lobby, but he can't pull the trigger. So he goes the Juice WRLD route and chugs a bunch.
So him chugging the bottle of pills, just like the other other times when he was trying to off himself with the gun, he can't do it. I feel like it was another time he tried to do it. I could be wrong. He tries to do it with the gun, can't do it. But just like with the gun, he tries to, he eats the pills, but he can't do it. Well, he decides not to do it. He tries to throw the pills up, like, cause it's a trash can by him when he's in here. But Brandon skips that part. He swallows the pills for a few seconds, then he tries to throw them up. As he's trying to throw them up, Nikki, or Freaky Nikki, the crazy Nikki, the crazy Nikki, I don't even want to say Nikki, the thing outside the door snaps the willow and makes a wish. And while Bear's trying to throw up the pills, he stops. And that's when you see him walking into the room to the thing.
Bunch of pills down like some Skittles, the same way his cat did. But then he hears the jingle from the Wish and the willow snap, and he comes outside thinking everything's okay, and suddenly he isn't scared anymore. He goes to kiss her and ends up dying in Nikki's arms. Now once he's gone, the effects from his wish are no more, and the real Nikki is back, realizing all the messed up shit she done did, all the messed up stuff that she was forced to do by Bear. And the movie ends just like that. But it's whatever, bro. He's going to hell forever, which he deserves so much. He got off easy in my opinion. That nigga's a fucking hoe. I just feel bad for Nikki. Shorty was in a Tsukuyomi of doom, and she came back seeing everybody's dead because of her. Nah, this movie got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What I will say, he's saying like Bear deserves all that. I don't know if he deserves all that. I can't even say he got what he wished for. Maybe, but also a lot of what one of my friends was saying was like, it was the circumstances he was in. He had nobody else. He only had one person he could turn to and love, and that was Nikki. And he decided to damn near put her on a chain and stuff like that, because it was like a dog. Almost, she was the next cat. Basically, like, you're gonna love me. You know, we're gonna keep you in the house and stuff like that. Even though he didn't intentionally keep her in the house, but like a cat, you would keep it in the house and stuff like that, so it doesn't run away, and you would feed it so it loves you. And that's what he did. And it ended up just going the wrong way. So I can't say he's definitely wrong for sure, but I can't just say he just ultimately deserves it. It's like a dog biting its owner because it's not letting it outside. That's kind of what happened. Like a what was that? Malinois? I just learned about that. A Malinois is a very active dog that you need to keep outside or keep active. So yeah, it was like keeping a Malinois, wishing for a Malinois, not knowing the circumstances or like how to treat a Malinois, and then goddamn and then it starts going fucking AWOL. Yeah.
This shit was bonkers. Do I think it was better than Sinners? No, I enjoyed Sinners more, but I was more
I like this better.
scared of this movie. So this
Crazy take, but I like this better. And then there's gonna be some people that's like, but you're black. The fuck does that mean? Yes, I root for my people. I want to see a movie and everything. I seen it in the theater, so I support it. Now, there was another movie I did not watch in theaters. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is a scarier movie, but Sinners is better. But yeah, that's the video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. You know how to drop another banger for y'all real quick.
Yeah, man. Very good video. Very good video. I just hate that he skipped a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that he skipped a lot of stuff, like the stuff I was explaining. But I can't say I hate it because it gives you a reason to watch the movie. Maybe the stuff I explain now you might not want to watch the movie, but I still implore you to go watch it because the scares in there, it was just so the uncanny. It wasn't even like usually it's like a monster that you see or something like that, or like a slasher, like a Jason. I fucking hate slashers. They don't scare me because the first thing I'm thinking when I see Jason, Freddy, and all them. Well, maybe not Freddy because I think he had powers and stuff like that, like in dreams. But the first thing when I see Jason and Michael Myers, I'm popping your top right off your head. I don't care. Like they beat the shit out. The last movie I watched with Michael Myers, they beat the shit out of Michael Myers. Michael Myers did the worst way. That nigga got his mask took. They shot him, beat him down in the middle of the street. I'm not scared of him. I mean, yes, he got back up, but I ain't scared of that man. I'm more scared of Jason than I am of fucking Michael Myers. I haven't seen Jason. I think Jason died in a fire, but he died with aura. Michael Myers got the shit beat out of him, and he still didn't die. Like both of them still didn't die, but Michael Myers got beat like a regular nigga on the street. That's all I'm saying. So, but also, like I said, I don't really like slashers like that. They're not really scary. They're just gory as hell. But yeah, this movie is still like the scenes, the way they portrayed everything. And also, one thing I wanted to say before I end the video, Nikki, like I said, the way she like the beauty in her words, like when she was talking about how if Bear tries to leave or whatever, she'll off him. At least that's how Brandon said it. That's how his theory on what it was saying. Even though I do want to look at a video on like interpreting that poem again when they was at the bar or at the party. Though the way she portrayed the words, you got to remember. I just remember she's a writer, so some of when she like spoke in riddles or in poems and stuff like that, it was just. The reason they were so beautiful is because, or just creative, is because she was a writer. So like when she gave that poem at the bar or the party, when she gave another like poem or saying or whatever you want to call it, when she was saying like if you try to leave or something like that, again, I'll off myself. Like the way she said it and stuff like that, and the transition of through it was just beautiful. And also, beginning of the movie when she says something about love and romance, I'll let you interpret that and all that stuff. But yeah, it was just like the way they portrayed this movie, like the stuff they did was just, everything was a damn 10. Now, it was some parts that I did not like when Nikki killed Sarah. the way she killed her was just kind of like ass to me. It was graphic, but it was ass to me. Scary for sure, the way she busted the window, but also you'll see you'll see Sarah's body and all that and everything. It was a low budget movie, that's all I say, but it kind of looked real to most people, but to me it was just like, I see through this shit. I'm not saying I know I went to school for fucking the human anatomy or no shit, but the way it looked, it just was like, all right, sure. But like I said, low budget. I think it was like a low budget movie, so they did very well for, on this movie. I think they said they did other movies like Talk to Me or something like that, but for this movie, they did very well. Now it makes me want to watch that movie, stuff like that. If it's anything else I missed, let me know in the comments. I know it's a long video, but I just love the movie. It was just so good, and I wanted to explain a lot of the stuff and just give you my take. It was just. I like the movie so much. I might watch it again. Like I'm thinking now this might be my, you know how people have like a traditional movie they watch all the time, like on Christmas or Halloween. This might be my Halloween watch every year. Dead ass. Like I might actually have to watch this every year because it's just that good to me. But anyways, if this is your first time seeing my face and hearing my voice, and stuff like that. I'm Lucid, lllucyd. Hopefully you come around for the next video. Hopefully you don't fall in love too much with my voice and become obsessed and end up subscribing and typing every other video, where's the video, where's the video, where's the video, like every goddamn day. Hopefully don't become crazy Nikki. That's all I'll say. Or don't become freaky Nikki. Hint on that. Don't become freaky Nikki after this video. But I still implore you to subscribe, because we're gonna have way more interesting videos just like this in the future. But like I said, man, I hope you come around for the next video. Peace.